The conversation tonight is about philanthropic work and everything that has to do with it. So right about now, I have joining me in the studios Pizza Diodu. He's giving me really serious caution about mentioning his name, and I hope I got it right. And he is the founder for Information Technology for Youth Ghana, and he is in the studios with me tonight. Hi.
Hello.
I hope I didn't murder the name. You were very particular. You're very particular about how I was going to mention it.
In fact, you've tried. You got it on point.
I don't get 100 over 100, 100%.
95.
95. But I've still done well anyway.
Yes, you have.
How are you feeling tonight?
By grace, I'm doing amazing. Yourself?
Very well, thanks for asking.
We bless God.
So let's get right into the conversation. Tell us about the foundation.
Okay, so IT for Youth Ghana. We are a non-profit organization that is focused on empowering the youth through technology training and career development programs. So our focus are mainly on girls, SHS graduates who are finding difficulties going to the university or staying home for some time before they go to the university. Also, we look at people with disabilities, those that are unemployed, and other vulnerable groups. So our focus is all these people. We believe technology is a gateway for them to gain financial independence, gain employment, and also be part of the digital world that we are moving in now.
Wow, and I'm tempted to ask, how long has this been in inception?
Yes, we started from 2023. So we've had about 2 batches. We are starting our 3rd batch on the 15th of July. Right.
So, talk to us about some of the projects that you've been working on, since the inception of your foundation.
So, we started by doing the SHS Graduates School. So the SHS Graduate School has focused on SHS, those that are done with senior high school, and obviously those that are having difficulties going to the university. So for them, we do 6 months training for them, and after the 6 months, we take them to institutions to do their internships. So when they are done with the 6 months, they go on 2 months internship with various institutions, and then when they are done, where they did their internships, some of them are maintained, others we look at those that have not been maintained, and we find other avenues or opportunities for them. Others, once they are done, they also wait to join the foundation to train subsequent people. So for the SHS Graduates School, we have the 2nd batch still undergoing training, and then the 3rd batch, they are still doing the registration. It is starting on the 15th. Then another project that we are starting, for that is starting on the 16th of July. We are doing it in collaboration with GES, GA East and GA West. So the girls that are graduating from various junior high schools, when they are done, they are going to wait home for about 2 to 3 months before their results come in. Then they will now go to the senior high school. And looking at the way technology is evolving, it has become apparent that every industry requires it. Now, it's not an option whether you would like to be an IT specialist or a computer scientist that you need to start learning IT.
You have to be IT inclined.
Yes, now no matter whether a lawyer, a doctor, scientist, a teacher, you have to be IT inclined. So we look forward. We are starting with GES, and we are also looking at various sponsors that will be on this amazing project with us. We want to do, for the girls that are graduating from the GHS, we are starting a coding camp. So we are taking them through coding, programming, data analytics, robotics. We are engaging them productively, so they don't even engage in these negative.
This is for how long?
So it's going to be 2 months.
2 months.
So we are starting on the 16th, and that is going to be 2 months. We will also do same for the SHS girls that are completing various senior high schools.
Wow.
We also do that for them.
For the same duration as well?
Yes, for the same duration, the 2 months. So far we have 3 projects that we are actually currently working on.
Wow, interesting. I mean, half of the times young women or ladies, girls really shy away from IT, coding, robotics. You find just a few who are interested. It's just like mathematics. I hate it when people do the gender thing, that women don't like maths, girls don't like maths, but it's actually a harsh reality. A lot of us, and I think it stems from the way that we approach it. So it's really nice to have, you know, like an initiative like this. I'm sure there's going to be fun ways of getting them to, you know, learn about robotics, to learn about coding and all of that. Right?
Yes, we get that for the schools that I have been to. I get that most of the time. You enter the class, you talk about coding,
and that's like a guy's thing.
And most of the girls are like, we don't like IT. But then I go to that reality with them that, look, here's the shock. Whether you like it
or not, it's going to stay.
Or even yes, you are going to grow up. And at this time, some people are scared that IT is going to take over their jobs. And so at your age, you are going to grow up in the next 10 years. So
you require it even more than...
You really need it more than, because by the time you grow up, it will be more advanced.
Yeah.
So we will not just be talking about AI applications and all that. We will be talking about having some of these robotics and technologies close to us.
I guess these are some of the outreach you have.
Yeah, so this is a registration that is currently ongoing.
Okay.
So the Ghana Education Service, they gathered most of the schools, the JHS, 3 candidates. So we had sessions, series upon series, convincing them, letting them know why they need to start learning coding, programming, robotics, and these programs at their younger ages than completing university. And because we looked at it from where we started from, and that is how come we started this new project. We got a number of girls that started registering, and if you ask them why are they joining our foundation to learn IT, they are like, when we are going for job interviews, they ask, what's your level of knowledge in IT? And I tell them, I'm ready to learn. I don't know, but I'm ready to learn. And they will be like, I'll call you.
And they'll never call you.
And they never call them.
Because they want somebody who's already, you know, well-versed in that field.
Exactly. So in that case, they now started joining the training. So the point is, if you complete the university before you realize that you don't have knowledge in basic Word, Excel, into details to do some analysis, data visualizations and all that, then why don't we start from the JHS, where they are young, where they are now completing their BC and they are going to stay home. Most of them are like, oh, we are going to do Adidas. What are you going to do? So in that case, these people, we can now use their time judiciously to be able to start the training from that end from them. So most of these girls, so we have a number of girls that have registered from various schools that we have visited so far. I think for GA East and GA West, we have almost 700 from GA East, almost 700 from GA West. We've been to a lot of schools, and our team are still at various examination centers, and they are still registering those that are interested in joining the program.
Well, I was going to ask for like a progress report of what you've been doing so far. I mean, the feedback, participation, and all of that. But you have quite summed it all up. About 700, you know, students so far.
Yeah. So this is for the girls that are graduating from their BEC programs. So we've been able to register most of them. So what we do, we take their details, so we contact their parents, update them so they know the centers that they are coming for the training, their timetable, their sessions and all that. So this is the numbers that we have so far for the training. For the previous years training, we've been able to train about 100.
Wow.
So for that it's 6 months. So when you start, it takes quite a lengthy time to complete them. And for that, we do programs such as database, secretariatship, we do data analytics, we do coding and programming, back end, front end, we do graphic design, video editing, we do website design, UI, UX. So these are the programs we have been doing with these people previously. Also, so all those you are seeing in the classrooms, they've been coming to our center to go through the training. But this time around, we are doing it for the girls that are completing their BC.
Wow.
So that is the numbers that have registered so far, and the program is starting on the 16th of July.
I mean, it's going to start soon. What is the registration process, or is it already closed? Is it still open to people to register? What does it take to want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of this?
Okay, so for the registration process, we have it on our website, but we know how the whole thing is. I have a lot of people who are not IT inclined.
Yeah, they find it a bit complicated when you start to do the
yes, go and register on the website. Go and register on the website. So those that will actually like to register on our website, they can just type IT for Youth Ghana on Google, or they can type itforyouthgh.com. Once you type itforyouthgh.com, you will see JHS Tech Camp on our menu.
Okay.
Then you click on it, then you do the registration. But those that cannot register, the parents and the awards, as you are watching me from East, West, and once you can move to these various centers, just take note of the date and make your child be aware of it. If you are watching, you can also tell your parents to be aware of it. Then the registration, you can either do it on our website, like I've said, or on the 16th, your ward can now come, or the parents can come to the center and then do the registration.
And where is the center located?
You said?
The center is located at?
You see, we have our main center, Kwabenya Musuku.
Okay.
But we are working with GS, and we've now spoken to some people in GIFEC. We've also sent an official proposal to them. They said they are going through. So we believe the way they are so much interested in having girls in IT and all that, they are going to also come on board. We want to use the GIFEC centers in the municipalities to add to our center at Kwabenya Musuku. Because we have quite a number of them that cannot come to our center due to their distance and all that. And if we believe GIFEC's own will work, but we are also speaking to other centers to see how they can collaborate, if not the conditions, the price and all that we can put in place. So before the 16th, we should be able to have centers at various zonals within the municipality that students that cannot come to IT for Youth Ghana can easily go to these centers. And for the registration, for the 2 months training, IT training is quite expensive. And for the 2 months training, we're looking at 500 cedis for those that are coming to participate. But we wanted majority of girls to be able to go through the training.
I mean, to be able to afford it.
Yes, to be able to afford. And even when we go out, we have a number of them that will just come. Please, what if my parents cannot afford? And then some will even say that I'm staying with someone, I really want to do this training, but the person will not be willing to pay. Or my parents cannot actually pay. So we are now looking for partners to be able to subsidize this price to 150 cedis. So that most students, most girls will be able to... For the entire 2 month period? Yes, for all the 2 months, yes. Wow. So if they are able to even subsidize this 500 cedis, then some of them, or they will pay the 150 cedis. So on our website, we have written it there as those that are coming to participate, the girls that are registering, they will be paying a subsidized fee of 150 cedis. So we are now looking at various institutions and individuals that would like to have most of these young girls go through the tech and programming courses to subsidize the amount for them to be able to pay this 150 cedis. And even those that cannot pay at all, can also go through the training.
Right. Interesting. So all they have to do is to register for this very important activity on your website, IT for Youth Ghana or itforyouthgh.com, right?
Yes.
And it's starting on the 16th of July.
Yes, it's starting on the 16th of July.
Of July.
Yes.
Wow. And it looks like you've put very comprehensive measures in place to ensure that this happens. I'm going to ask of how you have structured this program to ensure its effectiveness. What is it going to entail? What's going to happen on this day, that day? What is the entire structure of this activity?
Okay, so for the program structure, I've been working with my team so well with GGS to make sure we get a full impact of it as well. So we planned, we have various coding instructors that have registered with us to come and be instructors at the program at various centers. They are actually waiting to start the whole thing. We have a number of them that are volunteering, a number of them they are being paid because it's quite,
expensive.
And then, yes. And then for the program, we are looking at doing programming for the first month for them, and then we are taking them through data analytics and robotics for the next month. So our focus is that at the end of the program, they should be able to do basic programming activities like creating calculators and creating various small projects in programming. And then for sustainability, we look at making sure they don't just finish these 2 months, and that is it. So when they start their senior high school, we want to do it on their vacations. So on their vacations, they come back and they will continue our coding and programming with them.
Okay, so even when they've enrolled, into senior secondary school, when they come back home on vacation, they still will carry it forward and continue with the training.
Yeah, so we believe by the end of their senior high school education, they should also have some valuable insights in coding and programming. So at that point, they should be able to build a little advanced programs as well. And then I'm sure within East West, we'll have a lot of programmers that we can raise from these girls.
Wow, interesting. When you start to talk robotics and programming and data analytics and all of that, sometimes these young girls tend to get scared.
Exactly.
So how are you going to make this attractive enough for them to be able to pay attention? Because it's really sometimes very difficult to, give IT and all of that your maximum attention. So have you thought of ways that you can, creative ways of getting them to, pay attention so that they get the most out of this training?
Yes, we are much aware. We see when it comes to education, the approach is very important. The approach can incite somebody who doesn't even feel like to be more engrossed in it, and then somebody who is very scared to now feel very relaxed and be able to go through that. We have girls that are doing programming at our center, going through 6 months training, and you can see the enthusiasm
with which they do it,
at which they do the program. So what we focus on is, if you want someone or you want a student to be much engrossed in something you are teaching, I have been teaching for some years. So if you want some people or some students to be much interested in what you are doing, you have to make it lively, more related to their daily things, their daily activities. The approach you use shouldn't be more of, most people go through coding and all that in a mathematical way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So if they are teaching coding, they are teaching programming, the examples are all mathematics.
Yes.
There is more of only the analogies and everything is more mathematics. So it makes somebody who is first of all scared of math, physics, and all that. It puts them off totally. Exactly. But then we look at using more of the problem-solving activities that are around
practical
us.
Activities.
Exactly. From our homes, around our school, everything, and then include some games and all that in it.
That is very important.
Yes,
I'm happy that you're doing that, because I was really thinking of what approach you're going to use, because my own experience from school, well, I was really good in IT. I mean, it wasn't as serious. It's not the whole programming and all of that, but I was, I mean, fairly good in IT in school. And I had an IT teacher who liked me a lot in secondary school because he saw that I had the interest in doing it. But now I've even abandoned it anyway because I find myself in an entirely different field. But the experience, what I remember when it comes to IT and mathematics is the approach, because it's always the way they go about it, and then you tend to like lose interest in it because you think that what are they even saying?
Exactly.
You know, this and that, and then you sit in the class and you're confused. So in order for this, I mean, particular training to be very effective, it's good that you have these well thought through practical examples and activities that will make them sustain their interest in learning the IT, which you've spoken about. So I'm really happy that there is that. But if someone is watching, I mean, youthful like yourself as well, who wants to, you know, sort of render some sort of help, I mean, volunteer, is that, I mean, possible for this training program?
That is, it's actually what we are looking for.
Okay.
We keep calling on the youth, especially professionals in IT in the field, to join us. We keep calling you to join us because what we are doing, it's more of a movement. So it is not my project, it's not my team's project.
You are championing it.
It is, yes, it is our project. It's everybody who is in Ghana, who is interested in making an impact in the society and changing somebody's life. And we are calling on all professionals in coding, robotics, programming, graphic design, video editing, web design, UI, UX. We are calling all of you, especially towards these JHS girls that are completing their BC and then the SHS graduates as well. This is a way that you can contribute immensely to the lives of these younger generations, to make an impact in their lives, to also see that I was able to take this number of people through tech training. Even though you went to school and probably you paid, we can be able to make it very much affordable and free for those that cannot, to be able to also gain this knowledge, because where we are moving to, if these people get this technology, we believe it is one key part of starting financial freedom in their lives. Because our training, if we have most of these go through, IT is one of the best ways that secures freelancing for a lot of people. Remote jobs. There are a lot of jobs that is highly difficult to do remote, but when it comes to IT, there are a lot of remote opportunities, and we believe that if you join us to do this training, you are giving most of these girls the opportunity that when they are done with their senior high school, they can be self-reliant, they can be able to earn something with the skills that they've been able to get, and then they can also be part of any industry that is also building on. Because now you see, most industries are looking forward to invest in technology. A lot of them, they are looking forward to invest in technology, making changes to their structures, and some are having forecasts for how they are going to bring innovation. And if the younger generation are not also brought up to within that same limelight, by the time they are done with school, institutions will now go back, recruit them, take them back to some tech training, or invite an IT specialist to come and train them again. But when we start with them, it gives them the opportunity to become highly employable, self-reliant, and be able to do a lot of things for themselves.
Absolutely.
So joining us to train these people as a volunteer is a good way of you making a mark in the society and the community around you as well.
I mean, it's important to make an impact, no matter how small it is.
No matter how small
you participating in this is actually going to leave a mark in the life of the girl child who is going to participate in this activity. I mean, you seem to have everything well put together, but I'm sure that, I mean, every now and then you may encounter some challenges. Do you want to share that with us? How has it been putting this whole thing together, from, you know, the foundation to the trainings and all of that?
For the challenges,
the high alone gives it
away. Starting this and putting in the plans, saying this, it looked easy. it looked easy, but the implementation and the work itself has been very challenging. It has been very difficult. I've encountered a number of challenges since I started in 2023, which has mainly been finance. In 2023, I was fortunate. I think you said you are doing amazing. You are doing amazing, but I don't think I'm doing amazing.
Yeah, for those of us sitting outside, you might think you've got it all.
Yes, I don't think I'm doing amazing. I believe someone like Stanbic Bank, they are doing amazing. Honorable Michael Quay Jr., he is doing amazing. Honorable Kwesi Pratt, he's right opposite our training center. His house is opposite our training center. He is doing very well. And other individuals that since we started in 2023, they coming in to support in their own way. I created a fundraising platform to help us to be able to train more girls in IT.
Okay.
Those people that have donated 10 CDs, 20 CDs, they are doing amazing. Because without them, I'm not sure any of these things that I'm talking about would even be a reality. Last year, for instance, Stanbic Bank heard about what we are doing, and the marketing team contacted us, and then they came to support us to get computers for one of our classrooms. And then Honorable Kwesi Pratt Jr. also came to give us a laptop to boost us to be able to do our training. We also had Honorable Michael Quay coming in to give us some funds for matriculation that we were doing for our first batch of students.
Right.
But since we began this year, we've not been able to receive any funding support, and most of these things has been coming from me. I do printing. I have a printing business, so I do printing, and most of the time I have to take money from my printing to be able to finance the activities. You know, our activities is a year-round project. It is not those, you see, our foundation is not focused on giving you food, giving you clothes, giving you pad, but our focus is on giving you the skills so that you buy your own pad, giving you the skills so you can work. We have a number of our students now that they work for people, not because they work for an organization, they work for people. They design, they do websites, they create videos, they do works for people, and they charge. So that is more like the person working for him or herself. And so our training is more year-round, and look at the challenges that comes around. It's just like a school. So a school that is not having funding, and you have these students that will keep coming to the school, like they will come every day, and when they come, you are using internet. The teachers that are coming to teach, you give them allowance to be able to have their transportation. When we started from 2023, the teachers that were coming, they were coming for free as volunteers for free. But one big challenge I realized, I had most of them leaving because Ghana is hard.
Yeah.
And the person will take his own transportation, coming to teach, and so it became apparent that you need to be able to take care of some of their needs as well. And looking at paying all these people coming to train the girls, coming to train them as they come to the center, rent for the center, paying electricity bill. Because if your light is off, it means you cannot do the training.
Right.
Whether the students are there, whether the moderators are there, you cannot do the training. When they come, it's an IT project. You need to have internet for them.
Yes.
Last month, our internet was elapsed. they disconnected our internet, and it took like 3 weeks. I was talking to friends, talking to family, to be able to.
Must have been frustrating.
It's very frustrating. Even last month, today is almost 9th. I'm supposed to pay the moderators their allowances.
So at this point, maybe you should, speak to your sponsors. Your potential sponsors might be watching us right now, because I'm sure you need a lot of, sponsorship to help facilitate this project.
Yes, the nature of our training. If you don't help us, most people will hear what we are doing, see what we are doing, and they are like, "You are doing a great job. You are doing well." But I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing well. It is you that can help us do well. Well, whatever we have been doing is because someone has supported us in a way from the beginning. So if you like what we are doing and it is touching you to impact in the lives of these girls, to be able to train these JHS girls that are completing their BEC and train more people in technology, then this is the time you can come in and partner with IT for Youth Ghana or sponsor IT for Youth Ghana to be able to go through this training. The JHS Tech Camp, we are looking forward to offer this 2 months training. The budget and the cost is actually at recharging the students 500 cedis for the 2 months, but we want to make it 150 cedis, so we get more of these girls, and even those that are saying the parents cannot afford to still go through this tech training. We see it as more of a basic necessity for most of these people at the fundamental level. So we really need you to be part of us, to come on board, to be able to sponsor, to be able to support. Actually, nothing is too little. Nothing is too little. If you are giving us 10 cedis, you are giving us 20 cedis. If we have about 100,000 people, everybody giving us 10 cedis, we'll be able to train over 25,000 people. Because we'll be able to get computers, we'll be able to pay for the rent of our training center. I managed to pay that last year, but it is getting close. And that one is even scaring me more.
The most.
Because I want to be able to train most of these people, my team, and all the volunteers, all those that are coming. We want to be able to train most people. But we believe that if we are training them, you are training them. It is your efforts that is training them. It's not me. Because at the end of the day, these people are part of the society. And if their lives are changing, they wouldn't be on a burden on the society. And if you're an organization to making such an impact will be a future benefit to you. Because you have most of these girls now trained in IT. And so if you are looking for people to employ, it becomes easy for you.
Very easy, yeah.
You can just even reach out to IT for Youth Ghana. I need this number of people to come and volunteer. Which fields are they in? And then quickly we can just let them come in, do their internship with you, and then you potentially employ them to be part of your organization.
Right.
So we believe you helping us to even make an impact in the lives of these young people. In the end, benefits organizations, benefits their lives,
and
benefits the whole society in the end as well. So please, if you leave this on me alone, you might not even see the whole thing that we want to execute. And the progress of all these things we starting might be in vain. So if we want to have the success and ensure this program is touching more lives, then we need you to be part of it.
Absolutely.
We need you to be to come on board. We need you to donate any little amount that you can. If you go to our website, itforyouthgh.com, you see our donate button, and you can donate any amount you want to support us to be able to train these people. And also you can reach out to us to partner with us, be on our banners, be on any of the programs that we are doing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about partnership actually, but you've taken us right into it, so you might as well finish it.
Okay, so yes, talking about partnership, you wanting to be a part of this amazing project, changing lives. We believe going to the streets to give people food and pads and clothes are mostly important because they need it. as at the time that you are giving them. But if you give them food for the day, the next day they will still come back begging. If you give them parts, they will still buy it next month. But if we believe we are able to impact them with skills that are in demand, technology skills that are so needed, we'll be able to change a lot of things within our community and our society. So if you want to partner us, you can just reach out to us, and then we look at various partnership options so you can be part of this amazing project that we are doing for the community.
Absolutely. I'm sure with the way you've spoken, you are so like passion driven and all of that. Your sponsors, potential sponsors or partners are watching you and will definitely reach out to you. You've left your, handle, social media or the website.
Okay.
Retrace that again.
Yeah,
so that we
can... to reach our numbers, you can contact us on 0548 322 922.
Okay.
0548 322 922 or 0596 244 834. 0596 244 834. Or once you go to our website itforyouthgh.com, you will see all the things that we have been doing. Read a lot more about us. Our contact details are there, and anything that you want to find out about us, they are there. And also on all social media handles, once you type IT for Youth Ghana, our activities and all that will also pop up.
Very interesting. It's interesting to know how, you're so passionate about this. You want to see it succeed. And you're talking about how, it's these people who have helped who are amazing. You are actually amazing for actually thinking about this, putting it together, and actually wanting to organize a training like this for young girls. It's really a well thought through thing because it's a field that people shy away from, especially the young girls. So I like the concentration that you're giving to them. But are there any other, projects that you're coming up with aside this training and so on that you want to share with us?
Basically, for us, we are so engrossed in IT. So all our projects are around IT. All our projects are around IT. The new one that we are looking forward to is our training has been physical all this while. So people are mostly supposed to come to our center to be able to go through the training. Okay. So now the new one that we are working on is having our training sessions online, which comes with a number of logistics to be able to make it possible, but we believe we'll be able to get a number of sponsors to make this possible. So we want to have our training online, and the online is targeting university girls. Okay. So we have a number of girls that are in the university, and most of them are scared of IT. And when you are done with the university, that is where the reality hits you, where you realize things that you were scared of, you are meeting them first. Yeah. And you can't move away. You see, your field, you might not be interacting directly with IT, but you meet IT on your way. Of course. One way or the other. Of course. And if you don't know your ways around it at all, you always have to rely on people, to be able to do that. And if your field, even though you may not call it an IT field, but you need IT tools to be able to execute them.
Our world revolves around IT these days.
Exactly. And now you see, we went to one of the assemblies, and then we were discussing this whole IT thing, and then I started talking about AI. And most of them started asking, so how do we use AI to do this? You said we can use AI to do this. We can use AI to organize office documents. We can use AI to be able to take minutes itself, and it will transcribe the minutes. It will make them typed as well, no matter the length of the conference that we have gone to and all that. Which platforms are you talking about? I just mentioned the names, and it was still not easy to come up with it. So if we engage most of these in various training programs, the girls in the universities, I believe most of them can be able to partake in our online trainings. So we train them in some of these basic programming and take them through Python and other things, AI. Also, they can be abreast with the
And even creation of websites, all those things, you do that as well?
Is that?
I mean, even creation of websites and all of that, especially for those coming out of the university. You know, sometimes they enter into businesses, establish their websites for yourself, how to do all these basic things.
Yes, we do. We have website designing, UI, UX, a 6 months program.
Wow.
So all this that I'm saying, if let's say you are a university girl and then you visit our website, when you go there, all our courses are there: front end, back end, coding, website designing, database. So whichever one you choose, then it takes you to our registration site.
Wow.
You fill in your details and then you register to be part of the program. One other project that we are looking forward to start, which we are working on to be able to start soon, is to be able to offer AI training to some of these ministries and assemblies.
Okay.
Most of them, they need it to be able to do their office works and increase their efficiency. So these are the things that we are working on. Our focus is purely IT. Our focus is purely IT.
Okay.
We focus on making sure a lot of people are training IT as much as possible.
Right. It is very important because we live in an IT world today, and if you do not learn how to wrap your hands or your arms around IT, then that is going to be big trouble for you. So I'm happy that all of this has been put together by Peter Diodu.
Yes, yes. You got it, Peter.
You know, I just remembered that I had to say it right before I got into trouble.
Yes.
And I did say it right.
And just one more. For parents that are watching us, this GHS Tech Camp for girls is very important. And then we want you to be aware that no matter what, your children are coming to meet an IT advanced world. You can look at farming, for instance.
Yeah.
Agriculture. When speaking to parents, you realize how farming was being done about a decade ago has changed entirely.
Yeah.
In Ghana, you may not be witnessing it in your farm, but by the time they grow up, it is coming. Now we have a lot of technological advancement in various medical centers. Most of them are using it for surgeries, for assisting in delivery, for assisting in a lot of medical activities. And so if somebody wants to be a medical doctor and the person says, okay, I'm learning medicine, or I'm going to learn medicine, I'm interested in science, what do I need IT for? That is where the person is now heading into. So if you're a parent and you're watching me, IT is actually taking over the world now. And it is a must that you let your ward participate in this girls and GHS graduate tech camp, because it is very important and it is going to help them a lot. Within this time they are waiting home, if they are sleeping and eating and all that, it doesn't really add anything much to them, anything valuable to them than going through such training.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So it is important that you let them come and learn coding, programming, robotics. It's 2 months. And when they come, it will not even take the whole day. It's going to be 2 hours.
Okay.
And the session is 3 times within a week.
Okay.
So your child, if your child is coming at 8 o'clock, by 10, he or she is done. If he is coming or she's coming at 10 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, she is done.
Absolutely.
She can come home to assist you in anything so far that you are doing at home.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Peter. He is the founder of IT for Youth Ghana. We've been having conversations around IT and the upcoming training, which is slated for the 16th of July 2024. He's given us, you know, the rundown, what is going to happen, how to register your wards. He's also mentioned you can log on to itforyouthgh.com to register as well. We put up the numbers on your screens that you can call for further details and information as well.